There are two kinds of Christians, those who suffer and those who are going to suffer. The Bible teaches there are several reasons why we suffer. One reason we suffer is just because we live in a broken world. In this world, Jesus said, you will have suffering. When Adam and Eve allowed sin to come into the world, the world broke down. So tornadoes happen, houses burn. God's not punishing you. It's just you live in a broken world. Second reason we suffer sometimes is because of our own disobedience. After your parents tell you don't stick your finger in the electrical socket and you stick your finger in the electrical socket, you really can't say to your parents, why did you create a house like this? You know, it's like, well, no, you didn't obey. If you get drunk and wreck your car or do drugs and lose your clearance, if you have sex outside marriage and now you have trouble with intimacy in your relationships, don't blame God. You're experiencing the reward of your actions. But sometimes, and this is the point here in this passage, sometimes we suffer because God wants to mature us. Verse 7, so that I would not exalt myself. See, God wanted to bless Paul with humility. A thorn in the flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan to torment me, so that I would not exalt myself. Loving parents let their kids suffer. I heard the story, true story, of a kid that got in trouble. His friends were doing something bad. They got pulled in by the police. He wasn't participating in it, but he was with them. Finds himself in prison, calls his dad. Gets his one call, calls dad. Says, Dad, I'm in jail. I need to... His dad interrupts him. Says, son, stop right there. Did I do anything to get you in jail? No. I'm not going to do anything to get you out of jail. Click. The judge is, they're in the hearing now in front of the judge, and the judge is handing out the sentences, and he says to the young man, did you call home? Yes. What'd your dad say? My dad said, he didn't get me into trouble. He's not going to get me out of trouble. The judge says, I think you're in more trouble when you get home. You're free to go, kind of thing. Good parents let kids experience the consequences so they can grow. Endure suffering, Hebrews chapter 12:7. As discipline, God is dealing with you as sons. We had human fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them for it. A.W. Tozer says it's doubtful whether God can ever bless anybody greatly until he has hurt him deeply. If you're going through a season of trouble right now, God hasn't abandoned you. He's growing you. Frederick Douglass said, there is no struggle. Where there is no struggle, there is no progress.